Google Harpoon Pest Solutions. When it comes to bugs, just say no. Call 215-588-2180.
Hello and welcome to the Harpoon Pest Solutions Pest Control Podcast. I'm Quincy Jones and I'm here with Mr. Vernon Brown.
How's everybody doing today?
Good. Today we are going to talk about fogging and bombing for cockroaches, bedbugs, and fleas, and if it works. Because as exterminators, and Vernon, you notice, like, because you take the phones at our company, a lot like myself, we'll get people on the phone, and they'll ask us if we bomb or fog for bed bugs or for fleas or cockroaches, or they'll tell us that they have been bombing, fogging, trying to get rid of their own problems. So today we're just going to talk about, the pros and cons to doing it, to using those foggers and those bombs, and in our experience, did it work? What have you found, Vern? I know you've talked to a lot of our customers. They call up and they tell us that they've been trying different things that they've gotten from, like, some of the big box hardware stores or someplace local. And what's your experience with that?
Well, first of all, most persons don't even think that they can tackle it on their own, but the local hardware stores, and we talk about these national hardware stores, they put this stuff right as soon as you walk in. So when you walk into these places for light bulbs or paint, or you're there for something completely different, you see, bed bug bottles, gallons of bottles, and flea this and roach that, the foggers and bombs and things of that nature. So you're having that problem and you plan on calling someone to get rid of it, but you say, hey, let me just try this out. I mean, it might save me. I mean, the fogger box costs $12,
Mm-hmm.
and, you got roaches running around, and you say, well, let me at least try it to see if it works. And there's nothing wrong with that. These hot shots and these decoms and all these other companies. But the problem is that, and it's really not a serious problem with the customer trying it, but the problem is that, millions of customers are trying this stuff and it just don't work. And the companies are making billions of dollars off of it because the person says, let me just give it a shot. What's $12? What's $19.99? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the majority of the time it doesn't work. In a minute, I'll give a personal experience that I had with bed bugs at a previous property that I used to live at. But I found that it doesn't work. This is before I got into pest control. This stuff just don't have the strength. And you actually commented on that when I was living at my previous household where we got bed bugs some years back. When you read the packaging on what we were trying to use, it was a spray bottle. You remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you read the packaging on it, and you found that certain chemicals that these products was using just wasn't strong enough.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, and this is really important for those who buy. We was going to do a whole separate podcast on buying over-the-counter products. Over-the-counter pest control products is like over-the-counter drugs. It's like aspirin. So if I got a broken arm, right, and I mean it is killing me, aspirin just ain't gonna get it done. If I got some kind of serious, acute, extreme pain, Excedrin is just not gonna get it done. I need, a prescription, something that I cannot get just off the shelf at your local Rite Aid or CVS, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot the same for pest products. There's just certain products that really work that you cannot buy off the shelf because you do not have the license or the expertise to use it. And it's the same thing. You know, it's the same thing. So that's the difference. You want to comment further on that?
No, yeah, I was going to say that I'm following you on that as far as the products themselves and just knowing how to use them. Because I think that, in all fairness, if I look at some of the active ingredients that we actually have here with some samples, of some of the over-the-counter stuff that you can get, from the store, and the products are, I mean, the active ingredients are things that we have in our professional, professional products. It's just that, like you said, it's the experience, it's the expertise in using it. It's like my wife always says, if I go to the beauty supply house and buy some products and stuff, that doesn't make me,
Styling gel.
Exactly. She's not gonna let me go play in her hair, and go fix it up, and it's the same thing is true with being an auto mechanic or anything else. If I go buy parts from Pep Boys, it's not gonna make me all of a sudden know how to. I may not have to do a few things, but nothing involved as in getting rid of, let's say, a cockroach infestation, a flea infestation, or even bed bugs for that matter. But again, I mean, the active ingredients they're using are professional things, but it's really knowing how to use it. That's the thing. And are you going to be thorough? Which, most homeowners, they just not going to bring that level of detail to, to the job. They're just trying to get rid of their problem so they can get their life back. You know what I mean?
Right. On this box, and I have a fogger, a fogger for roaches. Going back to what we was talking about earlier about how much this box costs, and I don't have a price on it currently on this one here, but
yeah,
it's a 3-pack of these cans,
Mm-hmm.
and here's the thing. Okay, so you spend $15-20 on this or whatever it costs. You have 8 steps that you got to go through before you use this can, and they talk about
Mm-hmm.
covering things, fruit, closing windows, putting the pilot light out of different things such as your hot water tank if you're going to do it in the basement. All these things that you're going to go through, and then you're going to come home. It tells you got to be out for 2 hours after everything's closed up. You did all this prep, and you still got roaches.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not just the money; it's also the the process of going through everything for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Where a pest control company comes in, they, like our company, we move a lot of stuff already. We kind of prep it. We know what to get rid of, what to move, what to cover. We don't use the bombing, by the way. We don't even use this bombing. We use something way better than bombing. And then they, not for nothing, they lie on these packages about it kills so many different things and they stay dead for days or, weeks on end. It's such an exaggeration on these products that they try to get you to buy it. Roaches is not the easiest thing to get rid of.
No,
if it was easy, everybody do it. Here's one thing. Customer calls us up and says, I have roaches. I never had this problem before. I think my neighbor has them. She lives in a row home, a connected house. And that neighbor went to the hardware store, bought some foggers,
Mm-hmm.
set them off.
Mm-hmm.
Roaches said, oh, it's getting a little cloudy out here. Let's just go next door.
Yep.
Run to the neighbor's house, which is not really loving, especially if you're close to your neighbor. If you guys are friends, you don't want to just make roaches run over there. We want to kill roaches. We don't want to vacate roaches.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, they will come back very quickly. Second of all, you haven't killed them. All you did was send them to your neighbor's house, and now they're having an issue and they're upset, and they are blaming you because they just got this feeling in their gut that, hey, my house is really clean. How did this happen? You know, and so that's what these foggers do. They just make things spread. Bed bugs, big time. I mean, these products that these hardware stores sell for bed bugs, please. You're gonna wind up calling the pest control company, and it's gonna cost you more money because all you did was make the bed bugs spread throughout the house.
Yeah.
Off the bed, or up your walls, under your carpet, behind your baseboards, behind your light switches, all these things. You just don't want to do that.
That is the number. That's my number one. That is my number one issue with these foggers and these bombs, is that's what we hear more than anything. We get out there, customer says that they either set these off or they know that the neighbors set them off because they set off so many they could smell the fumes coming through the wall.
Right.
But the traditional methods or the conventional methods that's used to get rid of these problems is just far better than this stuff. So whether if it's cockroaches or bed bugs, you know, for bed bugs we're using heat treatments and different things like that. Cockroaches is gel baiting, and there's different spray applications that you use for fleas, and that stuff is just far more effective than setting off bombs. I think your package, V, you were saying how your package had something on it about how it got into the cracks and crevices. That's marketing. That's just marketing, because that is the reason why we get called out. You know, after people have tried to use these things, is because this stuff doesn't penetrate. It just doesn't penetrate into the cabinetry and behind the walls and stuff like that. In fact, it makes the problems worse. It really spreads problems. You know, this is not for a major infestation at all. No. For sure. You know, it just doesn't work as well as the methods that an exterminator is going to use to get rid of a pest control problem.
So you know, on this podcast, you're going to get the truth. This is not about us trying to have, you know, come out to your home instead of you getting rid of the problem yourself. For those who know how to get rid of any pest control problem themselves, more power to them. You know, save yourself some money. But this is about products that's just making all this money that just don't work. And we really love to come into people's home and educate them how to prevent problems. We get rid of it and then we show them how to prevent. We don't want to keep, you know, making money for years and years off of you because, you know, you got cereal and cake behind the refrigerator on the floor. And all we need you to do is mop up. You know, educate you on just things that mice and roaches go after, bed bugs, how to prevent bed bugs. So that's what this is about. This is about just not just saving you a couple hours, but also saving you the headache and wasting time of trying to get rid of some of these issues yourself. So that's it, man. You know, we had 13 minutes, 35 seconds. We don't want to beat a dead horse, but the biggest thing is free inspection.
Yeah.
Before you spend $19.99, get a free inspection. Get it. How bad is the problem? You know, where are they coming from? Get yourself a free inspection. That, and then decide what you want to do.
Yeah, sounds good. I think that's it. Until the next time, we'll be discussing something else pest related. Or
in the business conversation, we said we're going to talk about business and things of that nature. We will absolutely talk about business. This thing is going to grow out. We got future plans with this podcast, making it grow. But this is still the beginning, infancy stage. And put your comments below what you want to hear about, any subject, anything you want to talk about. Put it in the comment section. Let us know what you want to talk about. This is for everybody, and we'll be willing to help anywhere we can.
Yeah, give us a like on the YouTube and subscribe to the channel if you're on YouTube platform. So that works too. All right, everyone. Until next time, we will we'll see you then.
All right.
Google Harpoon Pest Solutions. When it comes to bugs. bugs, just say no. Call 215-588